All right, jumping into another Instagram Q&A session we've got here. I will start from the bottom. If you're new, we're talking about all things getting selected for special operations. Any of the units, Rangers, SEALs, Green Berets, MARSOC, PJ, anything like that. Okay. Let's see what we got. How should you study for the ASVAB to score for an 11X option 40? Okay, so the ASVAB is essentially the aptitude test that you take before getting into the military. Different units have different standards. For example, the Army Special Operations units, you have to get a 105 GT score, or General Technical Score, which means you only need to focus on math and reading comprehension. Pretty easy. The recruiters have programs for this. There is free study programs online. I would just spend a little bit of time. You have to create a study plan for yourself. If you're not confident on this, that's going to be just like physical training. Nothing changes. Nothing's different. It all needs to be the same. Spend 20 minutes a day doing it, taking the practice tests and learning what's on it. For those of you that think that, hey, I'm not that smart, I can just be strong and physically fit and join special operations, you are quite mistaken. My career as a Ranger, I was doing math almost every single day, making charges, ballistics, things like that. Reading and comprehension, you're reading briefs, you're doing presentations. You have to be a really, really smart guy. It is not just about, hey, I don't think I'm that book smart. All right, you don't have to be a genius, but you need to be able to study. Biggest mental challenge you faced during RASP? Honestly, it was probably like frustrations, internal battles of frustrations of other people that were around me. Also the time, you have to be able to shrink time, not thinking about, oh my God, it's Monday and I have all the way until Friday until I get to the weekend, but just going after the next meal, the next step in front of you. Time really messes with people. It's a really not that long amount of time. And it's crazy that guys will quit just based on not wanting to endure a few weeks or a couple of months. How do I decide which special operations forces route is the right one for me? Okay, so I didn't know this either. Luckily, I was able to chat with a bunch of different guys who were SEALs and Rangers and Green Berets. My opinion, choose the unit that focuses on the mission that you want to focus on. For example, I wanted to do direct action only. The only special operations unit at an entry level is the Ranger Regiment that strictly focuses on direct action. If you want to do something else, if you're more of the search and rescue type, if you're more of the maritime type, then go after the unit that focuses on that because you'll have the highest chance of spending your time focused on that as well. I hit weights 2 days ago and I still don't feel like I could recover. Should I go running today? Well, you definitely shouldn't do the same thing today. Should you go running today? Tough question. I don't know. I don't know you. I don't know your program. That's why we utilize tools to basically measure our nervous system and our recovery. I would go ahead and go out and run, then measure yourself against the tests that you need to test for your given selection. See if you got better. If you didn't, then you probably need to lower the volume. You guys have to be treating your training like it's a science experiment. That's one of the most important things here. You can't just be taking wild guesses like this. And yes, recovery is incredibly important. If you're not recovering, you're not getting better. Your goal is to become better, not just to spend energy. In the program, do we have meetings with you? Yes, we do calls every single week. Can you become a U.S. Army Ranger with any MOS? So not any single MOS. If you go online, you can find the MOS list that is accepted. It's a wide range, but it's not all of them. Like, for example, military police aren't in there. Thoughts on Marine Force Recon? Good unit. I mean, again, you have to just decide what you want to do. Force Recon is basically like the special operations units just for the Marine Corps. Like that's what their mission set is. They're there to assist the operational capabilities of the Marine Corps. Personally, I just think it's sad that the Marine Corps gets shafted on funding. How long would you recommend as a baseline someone train before basic RASP or SFAS? Okay, so this is completely dependent. This is why, guys, getting some cookie cutter workout program is a waste of time because you can't assume that everybody's the same. Like, what if this guy's 100 pounds overweight? It's going to take him longer than the guy who just finished college wrestling and is going to go into the military. Okay, those are two very different people. How long? I mean, look, usually at least having a couple of months to prepare, and then you'll have a couple of months in basic. You want to learn how to train and how to train your mind as well on the mindset shifts before you go into basic training so that you can utilize those 4, 5, even longer if you have other trainings after that, months to put it into practice. But this, you decide this based on where you're at. Like if you are close to the physical standards of the fitness tests, then you don't need that much time. If you're really, really far away and you're just getting off the couch and you're super overweight, then you're going to need more time. If you want to learn how to do this very easily, very quick, or at least understand exactly where you are and how to create a plan for yourself, then shoot me a text. There's a number in the description here. I'm having a tough time with hydration while running. How to avoid waterlogging. Okay, I'm not sure exactly what this guy means. Hydration is pretty damn simple. The most important thing you have to think of is you are not going to hydrate yourself 5 minutes before you go on the run. If you are drinking a shitload of water during the run or during the ruck, it's just quenching your thirst. It's not really hydrating you. Like the hydration process takes time. You need to think of hydration in like a 24 to 48 hours period before you actually are doing this event. So you need to stay consistently hydrated. And so if you're chugging water before you go out on a run, don't do that. I don't even, like right now, I do a lot of cycling. I do some running as well, and I definitely don't drink right before the run. A lot of guys will take water on cycling rides. Like I don't even take water if the ride is 3 hours or less, because I should know that my body is hydrated before that. We've also got a hydration supplement that I like to use. I mean, there's a ton of them out there. But if you want to use the one to use that I have, it is inside the blueprint as well. Can you join special forces with the vision problems? Depends. Also depends on the unit. Like some of them are more lax with color blindness. If you have serious vision problems, though, that might be a problem, and I would probably go and get LASIK. But there are guys who join with glasses. It's not like you have to have 100% perfect vision, but different ones have different standards, and so you're going to have to go kind of talk with a recruiter for that. Does the success rate go up if you were to go airborne infantry before going to RASP? No. Remember that the reason why the special operations units have these programs that take guys straight off the street is because they like people who they can just mold from scratch. It's not about your resume. They're not looking for what you've done. They're looking for the type of guy. That's why this is what we focus on so much. So if you think you need more time being in a regular unit, then fine, but it's not necessary. I fear getting deported. I wish I could help you there, buddy. When running, if I lose control of my breath by the nose, I panic and negative thoughts arise. Why? Oof, good one. Because your nervous system is measuring the way that you breathe. Somebody that's having a panic attack is breathing from their chest, usually from their mouth. Okay? So it's your body's a signaling device. And so if you're giving it stressed signals, it's going to start giving you stressful thoughts. The way that you breathe directly affects the thoughts in your head. This is another reason why controlling your breath is so damn important and why we use the gear system. Insanely effective. This is why also the ability to lower your heart rate quickly is so important in between evolutions in a special operations selection course. The guy who can do it faster is going to recharge his battery faster, is going to have less negative thinking. It's going to be a lot easier for him. Recommend smartwatches to track heartbeat, etc. I don't like smartwatches, to be honest. I think it's too many distractions, too much bullshit. I think you should be able to basically feel your heartbeat and your heart rate and then just use a normal stopwatch. If you like this stuff, though, I'm not against it. Honestly, I think they're all pretty much the same. And they're all not 100% accurate. So if you just measure it use the same thing every time, that's the best one. Best soft unit for airborne operations. I don't know what type of airborne operations you're talking about. If you're talking about airfield seizure, then it's 100% the Ranger Regiment. If you're talking about like just doing things in the air at the highest level, it's probably Delta. I mean, they do like tandem jumping and jumping the bundle, which is some serious stuff. Taking a break from construction, feel like I'm losing confidence and toughness, still training 3 to 4 hours a day. Okay. You, my friend, need to consider if you are overtraining, because it crushes your hormones. It messes with your head and your mind. You lose motivation. If you're doing construction and training 3 to 4 hours a day, that's way too much. You are training like you are like, hey, I'm going to have to be doing physical activity all the time in selection, but that's not the goal. You need to prepare yourself for selection. Guys, what we teach on the Ranger Blueprint, I was designed for guys that were working full-time and going to school full-time. I'm trying to teach you how to train in the least amount of time possible, because I know not everybody has time for that. You also need to be able to recover and continually get better. And if you're not, you're wasting your time. Usually, if people are having like serious physical or mental issues, a lot of times they're just doing too much. But you have to measure this. Should I be a private military contractor after special operations? I don't know. If you like that stuff, if you find a good job, there's always government agencies that you can go to too, or you can do something else. I mean, you can literally do whatever you want. I mean that seriously. You come out of special operations, you can get any job that you can possibly think of. How often do option 40 contracts appear for a new class? This goes for everything, guys. SEAL contracts, 18X contracts, whatever. No matter what your recruiter tells you, there will always be more contracts coming. They are just trying